the Russian Foreign Ministry is claiming that the U.S. and Russia are now in a hot phase of the war and implores the U.S. to resume some kind of dialogue. But NATO is not interested in peace talks. The U.K. is sending depleted uranium, and the U.S. is continuing its biolabs program in Ukraine. The largest military air exercise in NATO history is scheduled for this summer. They have to call it an exercise, otherwise NATO would have to admit that they are at war with Russia. Starting next month, thousands of NATO troops will create a united front in Europe against Russia. The U.S. has been exposed for destroying the Nord Stream 2 pipeline, and America's facade of a moral high ground is quickly fading. The Pentagon leaks say that Ukraine is losing the war. Both sides have threatened the nuclear option, and the Ukrainians have already attacked a nuclear power plant. We are one desperate action away from a nuclear war with Russia. China is now simulating precision strikes on key targets on Taiwan, and the moment they invade, the U.S. will go to war with China. The Uniparty and the media have been focusing on China for several weeks now, and U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham is already prepared to start sending troops. But the Department of Defense is warning that the U.S. doesn't have enough munitions to fight China. The millions of rounds of ammunition that the U.S. has sent to Ukraine has drained stockpiles, which will take years to replenish, making it an opportune moment for the CCP to invade. Days after Xi Jinping brokers a peace deal between Iran and Saudi Arabia, rocket attacks are launched at Israel from multiple locations. Last week, in response, Israel launched attacks against Lebanon, Gaza, and Syrian military targets. The Jerusalem Post is calling it a multi-front Middle East war against Israel and claim that Iran is behind the attacks. Israel has been calling up battalions of reservists. The Iranians are reportedly preparing to attack Israeli ships sailing through the Persian Gulf and the Arabian Sea. Last week, the U.S. deployed a submarine with a Tomahawk missile payload to support Israel. If Israel goes to war with Iran, the U.S. will be involved. The U.S. is looking at 3 different theaters of war. They've already depleted their munitions in their losing proxy war with Russia, and they've depleted their military with clot shots and tranny psyops. Meanwhile, the Bank for International Settlements, or BIS, is preparing for a one-world digital currency. The BIS was created in 1930 to centralize the central banks. Project Icebreaker is the BIS plan to control all international transactions between central bank digital currencies, similar to what FedNow is planning to do in America on the national level. The decisions being made by the big banks for the economic reset are hugely unpopular with the awakening masses. But these criminal big banks have 3 catastrophic wars to launch as smokescreens while they eliminate their opposition and write the history books of tomorrow. Reporting for InfoWars, this is Greg Reese. Thank you for watching the latest Greg Reese Report. Be sure to go to ReeseReport.com to see my latest videos, sign up for my free newsletter, and subscribe for exclusive content. And be sure to support my sponsor at InfoWarsStore.com.
The answer to 1984 is 1776.
InfoWars has been banned, arrested, attacked, and threatened because we are effective. The Great Awakening is here. Go to banned.video, download the videos, and share. Support the information war at InfoWarsStore.com. And never give up the fight.
Infowars.com.